Having the right livestock handling equipment can reduce stress on both the livestock and the people. And I'm here with a gentleman who has invested his life in developing and engineering incredible livestock handling equipment, John Malhagen. John, tell us a little bit about the silencer chute that you've become so famous for.
Well, basically the silencer name came from the fact that what we did is we put oil-based polyethylenes to keep a lot of the rattle and the chatter out of these machines, and that's what people were asking for. And then what came along from that was the way we actually hold their head, and how now we're able to move their head from right to left. And so we've gotten so much more control than that we had even when we began with silencer, that these are some of the products that have came with more time and from our customers telling us the needs that they have.
Yeah, and it's so critically important as we talk about beef quality assurance, making sure we're getting those vaccines and medicines exactly in the right space, and making certain that we are being kind to the animals as we do it. And this chute allows you to do that, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Just the fact that it's quiet, and we use a lot of rubber in places. It's a very soft machine to work around for the animal, but also very good for the operators. You'll notice there's a lot of features here that just are really soft and very low impact for the animal and for the operators.
Well, let's talk about low impact for the operators, and I noticed your turret gate back here. One of the things that I always worry about working with cattle is getting people hurt with big metal heavy gates and cattle, and so incredible invention you made here with the turret gate. Tell us about it.
Well, the turret gate came about just for exactly what you said. We were trying to come up with an idea on one of the worst things that can happen to you is when a gate comes back and hits people. Yep. And that is probably that's worse than getting run over. I mean, the gate is one of the biggest problems we have. With turret gate, we now have a remote powered control right here, and what this is doing for us, we're able to move these cattle from anywhere within 100 feet of this powered gate, of the turret gate. The other thing that turret gate does, it actually shuttles through, so we never have to push this gate back into oncoming cattle.
Yeah. Which is super, super handy, and therefore cattle can be there and you can pull it back and sweep right back around, can't you?
And that's correct. So when you're able to do that, you're able to compress cattle into a smaller area, which takes less people, and it's a lot safer to operate.
What happens if those cattle back up on this gate? I mean, are we screwing up something internally when these cattle back up and hit that gate?
Absolutely not. This hydraulic system was specially developed to make sure that the cattle, if they hit this gate is going to move back, and so we're not going to injure the animal yet tear up this equipment. So they very durable machines. We've had them out for 17 years, and they've just been extremely durable.
Let's talk about your alley system. I noticed a couple of things. Number one, how you've designed some of this rubber strapping to allow the cattle to see out, but still keep you out of the way of the eyesight of the cattle. Talk to us about the logic behind that.
Well, if you look at this angular pieces of these rubber that we've got here, cattle have their eyes are of course on the sides of their head here, and so for them to get a real clear vision, if we had cut these flat right here, they could still actually see out and maybe really get an idea of what's going on. With doing this, only one eye can't really focus on this, and so this kind of breaks up their vision. That's why you see these cut on an angle. Then as we go on down this alley, as you were speaking, you'll notice that we put our blinders on the side, what we call louvers, like we put on our silencer. And we've learned just trying to get cattle into our alleys, we have so much better flow if these cattle can see out just a little bit, but yet we're able to hide in behind that louver and not create any extra pressure on these cattle to pass by us.
And one thing I noticed is your no-backs. Tell us about that. This looks a little new to me, John.
Yeah. Yes, this is a very new product for us right here. This is a hydraulic forward assist tool.
Okay.
And what that does, and so many times we get an old cow or something, they don't want to go, and we've got to go back there and twist that tail, and I just don't like to do that. And this tool right here really helps us out, pushing that animal in, and then when we pull it back, it actually is on a sleeve that lets this thing slide up and out of the way and over their back. So we don't have to worry about bringing this thing back into oncoming cattle.
And in addition to, of course, the alley system, the chute, you've got a sorting system that folks can look at as well. I just want to compliment you for the great work that you've taken some cowboy logic and incredible engineering to create pieces of machinery that are helpful to protect both people and the livestock we're working. And if you want more information about Moly manufacturing, you can take a look online at mollymfg.com.